Hello, Reds fans. Welcome to the YNWA Transfer News Channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily latest news.
Liverpool Transfer News Live. Alexander Isak battle, Luis Diaz future, Hugo Ekitike update. The Reds got off to a winning start to preseason on Sunday afternoon. Arne Slot's side marked the first game since the tragic passing of Diogo Jota with a 3-1 win over Preston North End at Deepdale. Connor Bradley broke the deadlock on the half-hour mark before Darwin Núñez doubled Liverpool's lead shortly after the break. Liam Lindsay pulled one back for the championship outfit in the final minutes, but Cody Gakpo restored the two-goal deficit a few moments later. The Premier League champions had made sure to get the bulk of their key transfer business completed before training resumed last week. Jeremy Frimpong, Florian Wirtz and Milos Kerkez have all been brought in to bolster a few positions. In addition to Georgi Mamardashvili, who was signed last year, and Armin Pexi, Liverpool's total spend has eclipsed £200 million. The Reds have shown no sign of slowing down either, with Mark Gahey still heavily linked and others facing uncertain futures. Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz and Harvey Elliott could all follow Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kevin Kelleher, Jarell Quansah and Nat Phillips out the door this summer. So, with that being said, stay with us at the Echo as we bring you all the latest Liverpool news and transfer gossip. Alexander Isac to Liverpool transfer latest. Yesterday, the Liverpool Echo reported that the Reds were stepping up their interest to bolster their attacking options with Alexander Isac. Newcastle United are adamant that he is not for sale this summer. However, the pursuit has a different factor of intrigue, with the Magpies pursuing Hugo Ekitike, a player also on the Reds' list of striker targets. Though no official offer has been made by Liverpool for Isac, and there has been no contact at present from anyone at the club to anyone at Newcastle. Luis Diaz exit and Alexander Isak future. Before we look ahead, it would be wrong to not look at what occurred yesterday. Around the time that I was finishing my shift at 2 p.m., a Liverpool transfer frenzy was ignited. Luis Diaz saw a bid from Bayern Munich rejected before the Reds began stepping up their interest in Alexander Isak. Yes, you read that right. Rodrigo interest confirmed as Liverpool appreciate forward. Liverpool are said to have expressed formal interest in Rodrigo. However, despite the club's reported appreciation of the player, they have yet to offer Real Madrid anything for the Brazil international. Sasha Tavolieri claims it is all about Luis Diaz now. He will reputedly have to make the Reds move. Alexander Isak groundwork. BBC Sport are another who believe Liverpool have made a move to establish the groundwork for a deal for Alexander Isak. They have done the same for other unnamed centre-forwards. Newcastle United maintain their number 14 is not for sale, but it is suggested a fee in the region of £130 million could sway them. Jordan Henderson on facing Liverpool after transfer complete. Former Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson is back in the Premier League, signing for Brentford as a free agent today. The 35-year-old has told Sky Sports, "I've always had huge admiration for the club and what they've achieved over the last few years in particular. They've grown as a club. I've always been told how well run and organized the club is, and the people within is very family-orientated, which I think is very important. I just had a very good feeling about everything, and as soon as we had that conversation it was clear I wanted to come here." Joining former Liverpool stars Kevin Kelleher, Fabio Carvalho and Sepp van den Berg, Henderson added, "It's nice to have a couple of familiar faces." And on facing Arne Slot's side, the midfielder said, "When we're playing against them, there's no friends. We know that in football. We'll be doing everything to try and win." Harvey Elliott said back. West Ham are now looking for alternatives to Harvey Elliott after being priced out of a transfer, TalkSport reports. They believe talks have taken place between the London club and Liverpool, with the bottom line set at £40 million, which West Ham are not willing to pay. Tyler Morton is named as another midfield target of theirs. Meanwhile, Elliott is said to be attracting interest from RB Leipzig and Newcastle United. Hugo Ekitike battle. Sky Sports believe Liverpool will look to challenge Newcastle United for the signing of Eintracht Frankfurt striker Hugo Ekitike. This is a result of learning that Alexander Isak will not be sold under any circumstances this summer. But sources on Merseyside insist no formal contact has been made as they continue to explore options for their availability and market price. Liverpool await Mark Guéhi transfer domino effect this summer. Liverpool are reportedly increasingly likely to sign Mark Guéhi once Crystal Palace agree a deal for Ousmane Diomande. Football Insider claims the Ivory Coast international would directly replace Guéhi. As such, the signing would allow them to sell the England international, who Liverpool are said to be monitoring this summer. Newcastle stance on deliberate Liverpool ploy to unsettle Isac. Newcastle reportedly view the reputed inquiry from Liverpool for Alexander Isak as a deliberate ploy to unsettle their player. However, the Telegraph claims Isac is not agitating to leave the club yet. It is, though, said that the suspicion is the Reds would not have moved without encouragement, probably through intermediaries. Rodrigo interest revealed amid huge super agent mediation claim. Liverpool have reportedly shown interest in Rodrigo over recent days. AS journalist Eduardo Burgos claims the super agent Pini Zahavi is mediating for the Reds. Bayern Munich are also said to be monitoring the situation and willing to pay £87 million. However, everything depends on what happens with one Luis Diaz. Recent move towards Isac deal revealed amid £130 million package claim. The Reds have reportedly made a move towards a deal for Alexander Isak in recent days. BBC Sport cites sources in its reporting who believe a package to sign the striker could cost up to £130 million in total. They also acknowledge Liverpool have a firm interest in the Sweden international. Alexander Isak bid. The Times are reporting Newcastle United's preparations to receive a £130 million bid from Liverpool for Alexander Isak. The striker's agent met Eddie Howe, the Newcastle head coach, at the club's training ground this month, with the Magpies keen to have kick-started contract renewal talks. Since that time the club have embarked on their quest to sign Eintracht Frankfurt forward Hugo Ekitike. Senior sources at Newcastle stress that they have not received any official bid from the Reds for Isac and do not want to sell the player, but it is now thought interest in the 25-year-old has been communicated between the two clubs. Alexander Isak record-breaking claim. Liverpool will be willing to beat their record-breaking sum paid for Florian Wirtz last month if they do make a solid move to sign Alexander Isak, says Ben Jacobs. The Reds paid a club record £100 million up front for the 22-year-old German international, with add-ons potentially taking it to a British record £116 million. It will depend if Newcastle United soften their stance at all, and for formal contact to have been established. Liverpool contract update. According to Liverpool News, 18-year-old Reds Academy talent Karim Ahmed is to sign a new contract to stay on Merseyside. The teenager has been part of Liverpool's youth setup since the age of 6, progressing through the ranks. As a versatile attacking midfielder, he has scored 12 goals and grabbed 6 assists in 44 appearances, and is now being tipped to move up to Rob Page's under-21s side. Having been called up to youth training camps with the Egyptian national team in the past, Mohamed Salah is said to have kept a watch over Ahmed. Liverpool consider Alexander Isak transfer as Hugo Ekitike intrigue grows. Liverpool are stepping up attempts to bolster their striker options, with Newcastle United forward Alexander Isak having emerged as their leading target, the Echo understands. But no club-to-club contact has been made and no offer made yet either. But there is a sense that the striker may be tempted by the challenge the Premier League champions can provide. West Ham share truth on move for Liverpool star Harvey Elliott as Alex Crook claim denied. The Hammers have provided clarity on where things really stand on their bid to try and sign talented Liverpool midfielder Harvey Elliott, who is looking to leave in search of more game time. Liverpool had been heavily linked with a move for West Ham's Mohamed Kudus going into the summer transfer window. Selling the Ghanaian was key to the Hammers making signings due to PSR. West Ham turn attentions to Liverpool's star for second signing. In the end, Reds boss Arne Slot turned down the opportunity, and West Ham were forced to sell him to rivals Spurs instead, as they were the only show in town. While Liverpool have been on something of a transfer rampage, West Ham are now only just getting started after banking £54.5 million from the Kudus sale. Left-back El Hadji Malik Diouf has been unveiled as West Ham's first permanent signing of the Graham Potter era. Attentions have now turned to Liverpool bit-part playmaker Elliott. When fan frustration was building over a lack of transfer activity, West Ham revealed why plans were delayed, chiefly because many of their targets were taking part in the Under-21 European Championships. Two of those players are said to be Liverpool's Elliott and Tyler Morton. The Hammers made an inquiry about conditions to sign Elliott from Liverpool while he was starring for the Under-21s, scoring crucial goals as he led England to glory while being named player of the tournament. West Ham share truth on Elliott move as Crook claim denied. Elliott is said to have grown frustrated by a lack of game time at Anfield, with both the player and club accepting he must move on. His chances of game time have also not been improved by Liverpool's impressive transfer drive this summer. Elliott was seen in tears on the pitch after Liverpool's last game of the season, suggesting he knew it could be his last for the team he has supported all his life. West Ham have been made aware Liverpool are open to selling the 22-year-old. And revamping an old, immobile midfield which is sorely lacking in guile is a serious issue for Potter and his West Ham rebuild. A move for Elliott ticks plenty of boxes, especially after the departure of Kudus and with the future of Lucas Paqueta in doubt even if he beats spot-fixing charges. In the reports claiming West Ham were confident of a deal for Elliott, it was stated a bid was imminent once the Hammers had signed Diouf. Now West Ham have shared the truth on a move for Liverpool star Elliott as an Alex Crook claim is denied. Writing in his TalkSport transfer notebook, Crook claims West Ham's move for Elliott is off. The reporter even states the Hammers have already moved on to alternative targets. Hammers respond to claims Elliott move is off. West Ham face being priced out of a move for Liverpool midfielder Harvey Elliott, Crook said. The Hammers have held talks with Liverpool over England Under-21 hero Elliott. However, TalkSport understands the Reds' asking price of £40m+ is likely to be too rich for the East Enders. That disappointing news has been denied by the Hammers though. Hammers news put Crook's Elliott claim to the top spokesman for West Ham's owners. And the response gives a glimmer of hope it may still be possible. It's a tough market this summer, the top spokesman for West Ham's owners exclusively told Hammers News. With Elliott there is a chance, it is only a small chance, but never say never. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.